Not just America's team, but the world's team.
Texas stars shining bright in the dome. Aikman, Irvin, legends making it home. Stephen A. be hating, saying we overrated, but we got fans worldwide who can debate. Not just America's team, but the world's team. From Tokyo to Paris, you know they all scream. Blue and silver pride, ride or die is the thing. Not just America's team, but the world's team. The world's team. Country star by tossing bombs like grenades. Dance caught it, Shannon Sharp throwing shade. But we stacking chips like poker in Vegas. Worldwide Cowboys nation, ain't nobody can fade us. Not just America's team, but the world's team. From Tokyo to Paris, you know they all scream. Blue and silver pride, ride or die is the thing. Not just America's team, but the world's team. The world's team. Flags waving flags from Sydney to Rio. Dallas gear everywhere, it's no placebo. Critics run their mouths, act like we low-key. But the world's gone crazy, Cowboys fever, can't you see? Not just America's team, but the world's team. From Tokyo to Paris, you know they all scream. Blue and silver pride, ride or die is the thing. Not just America's team, but the world's team. But the world's team. Fans waving flags from Sydney to Rio. Dallas gear everywhere, it's no placebo. Critics run their mouths, act like we low-key. But the world's gone crazy, Cowboys fever, can't you see? Not just America's team, but the world's team. From Tokyo to Paris, you know they all scream. Blue and silver pride, ride or die is the thing. Not just America's team, but the world's team. But the world's team.
Not just America's team, but the world's team.
Texas stars shining bright in the dome. Aikman, Irvin, legends making it home. Stephen A. be hating, saying we overrated, but we got fans worldwide who can debate. Not just America's team, but the world's team. From Tokyo to Paris, you know they all scream. Blue and silver pride, ride or die is the thing. Not just America's team, but the world's team. The world's team. Country star by tossing bombs like grenades. Dance caught it, Shannon Sharp throwing shade. But we stacking chips like poker in Vegas. Worldwide Cowboys nation, ain't nobody can fade us. Not just America's team, but the world's team. From Tokyo to Paris, you know they all scream. Blue and silver pride, ride or die is the thing. Not just America's team, but the world's team. The world's team. Flags waving flags from Sydney to Rio. Dallas gear everywhere, it's no placebo. Critics run their mouths, act like we low-key. But the world's gone crazy, Cowboys fever, can't you see? Not just America's team, but the world's team. From Tokyo to Paris, you know they all scream. Blue and silver pride.
You're listening to the World's Team Podcast. It's not just America's team, Cowboys Nation. It's the world's team. Now, here are your hosts, Paul Stewart and Mike Poland.
How about them Cowboys?
What is up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome to the World's Team Podcast, brought to you by the Belief Network and sponsored by Cowboys Experience for the ultimate stadium tours, tailgating, game tickets, all the above. Be sure to go to www.cowboysexperience.com and use the discount code The World's Team. I am Paul Stewart, and with me, as always, is Mr. Mike Poland, the Welsh Dragon, where you can find him on bloggingtheboys.com. Mike, the day has finally upon us.
Yeah, now the fun can begin. This is the good part. So all the preparation, all the mock drafts, which we're about to do, all culminating and all out the window because now reality is about to happen.
Yeah, and I literally just don't know what is going to happen tonight because we're seeing NFL analysts saying we're going to trade up, we're going to trade down, we're going to sit at 12, we're going to might go for wide receiver. Like, I mean, for the first time in a long time, I am not sure where we're going to go in this year's draft. I really don't.
Yeah, because I think what the issue is because there's just so many. And let me put this on you, because there's so many holes in the Cowboys roster, and so many different needs. It makes it just all the more not confusing, but like, what are we going to do? What is going to happen? And that also goes the same for a few of the picks that happen before the Cowboys come along, which can completely alter where the Cowboys are going to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're seeing several mock drafts. We're seeing like Caleb Downs possibly going down all the way down to 12. I mean, that would be insane if that was to happen. But I can understand why that may be the case because it is the safety position. It's not as regarded as the most high value pick of a position, but there's no doubt in my mind that Caleb Downs is one of the best players in this year's draft. It's just because because of the position he plays in.
Yeah. On my board, he's number one. He's the number one player on my board because he's just overall the best overall player. But as you say, what the issue is safe. It's the safety position. He's a little bit more than just a safety because he's a little bit of a guy who has he has masses of versatility to his game. Like I've had this argument with people before with the safety position. It's kind of without context when I say this, but like there's not many Super Bowl losing teams, the runners up, if you like, who sat there and went, do you know if we had a better safety, we would have won that game? Because it's without context, I know, but I'm generalizing in a sense.
And just as we shout out, we see Azteca Aguilar in the comments, WWE guy, thank you for the comments so far on YouTube. We really appreciate it. Azteca coming all the way from Southern California. WWE guy, I'll definitely get on great with you because I like my WWE as well.
Yeah,
I'm all about the ones.
I still just so you're aware, I haven't finished watching WrestleMania yet, so don't spoil it.
Don't bother, man. It's Anyway, this is nothing to. This is not the WrestleMania WWE podcast. This is the World's Team final mock draft before we go live on the UK Cowboys Fans podcast later tonight. So me and Mike, we're members of as you can see on Mike's screen, he has the UK Cowboys Fans flag. Well, partially, or
part of it. It's so big, it will never fit. It's massive. It's so big, in fact, we had it banned.
Yeah, the police and staff at AT&T Stadium were not going to let us into the stadium with it because it was that massive. So
shout out to Brian Broaddus and Zach Wilczek for saving our asses, though.
Yeah. Brian Broaddus, Zach Wilczek, absolute legends. So we really absolutely absolutely shout out to the Cowboys Up podcast, our good friend Chris. Yes, absolutely. We love our Chris.
Oh, I miss Chris.
Yeah, we need to get him on actually.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I just got to wind him up about Michigan, though.
Of course you do. And we also need to give a big shout out to everyone. It was actually with us on our international live stream. Was it 10 days ago? It was roughly, Mike. Because we had Eduardo Flores, NFL International Fan of the Year, our good friends Cowboys Can fan. As everyone may know, absolutely no filter whatsoever with those guys. We love them to bits. We had Cowboys,
but Believe Network will not let us have them on.
That's why we had that live streamed and not as an official podcast. Right, but yeah, we also had Cowboys Nation Germany representing
Italy.
Yeah, True Blue Italia, which is one of the oldest NFL podcasts in Italy. Who else did we have? We had our good friend J-Tuck. Blue Star Brazil, who are going to be live also for any Portuguese viewers. Be sure to go and check them out. So yes, but yeah, I mean, it was a great, it was a good bonding session, and it was actually good for everyone to kind of link up with Vinny as well.
Yeah,
Because obviously the Dallas Cowboys are going to be playing in Brazil later this season, so very exciting stuff. But as we're here, we're going to be doing a final mock draft. Everything's available. Trades, you name it. We're gonna slow this down by bit and try and be.
Gonna have to.
We're gonna try and be as realistic as possible with this.
Is this what we think they will do, or what we would do?
Combination. Let's do a combination.
Okay, like a semi-realistic type of idea.
Try and meet in the middle in a way. Yeah. But I'm just having a wee more look at the comments here. So as Tekka is saying, if all the top names would be gone, would you guys be good getting San Diego State Aztec cornerback Chris Johnson? Absolutely. Malachi Lawrence, yes. Landon Barton.
I don't mind Barton. I don't mind him. I did a scouting report on him. I'm blogging.
But Bud Clark for sure. Like if he's there in the third round, if he's there in the third round, absolutely, I would look into him for sure. But I don't know about you guys in the comments, but for me, my pet cat of the draft, and Mike he's going to be finally glad I'm not going to have to talk about this in terms of the draft process anymore, is Jacob Rodriguez from Texas Tech. Will you, if they take Rodriguez at 20, will you be more animated than, do you remember a few years ago when we were doing the show with the boys? Neville Gallimore. At the time, Neville Gallimore was a great pick, but obviously never worked out.
It never transpired. These things happen.
Yeah. But Rodriguez, though, I'll be running laps in Scotland with my top off, screaming to the high heavens. I am not joking. If that was to happen. That's just my favoritism. I have Rodriguez the best linebacker outside of Reese and Sonny Styles. Yeah. Some people have C.J. Allen. Some people have Anthony Hill. It really depends how you perceive it. Like, I think for what the Cowboys are kind of looking for, I think Rodriguez would be a great fit for this team. But
yeah.
Right. But anyway, without further ado,
let's do it.
As you can see here, folks, we do have the infamous PFF mock draft simulator. WE guy says, take off your shirt and do a backflip. Listen, I'm like 270 plus pounds. There's no way I'm doing a backflip. If I end up doing a backflip, my neck's getting broke. I'll have to start walking about with a neck brace if that was the case.
We played the game. Do you remember we played about 4 years ago? We were down at the Star playing a game of American football, and you took a tumble. I know what you got to do. This is what you will do for the viewers, Paul, because I have witnessed it and I have felt it. Right? If they draft Rodriguez, I want you to show the world your Australian accent.
No chance. That is never happening ever again.
It's so beautiful.
And I apologize for anyone that is viewing from Australia. Like my attempt of doing an Aussie accent is terrible. It will never surface in the public eye ever again.
It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, but okay, let's see what else has been said before we make it restart. So, as Ticker's saying, what makes Jacob Rodriguez a great pick is what separates him from the others is he formerly played as quarterback. Yes, exactly. He knows the reads. When do you see Rodriguez out of position? His anticipation, he might not be the most strongest linebacker or the fastest.
No, you can't take on blocks. That's for sure.
But his anticipation is there, and it's very reminiscent to what Sean Lee was when he was fully fit. My personal opinion.
What you need with Rodriguez is you need to let him play open and free. He needs to be that guy. But the good news, I was going to say, the good news is if you look at the inside with what the Cowboys have now at defensive tackle, as well as the additions they've put on, plus the acquisitions they've made at defensive end, that does give him the allowance to be able to play that. What he can't be is the guy who's got to take on blocks and plug up holes. He's not that guy. He's going to fall short.
He's definitely one of those guys that can actually help with the outside. in terms of help stopping the run, that in that way. But in terms of coverage, that's where he peaks. It's his ability to read the quarterback, drop back, and be in that right position and make a play, from breaking up passes to interceptions. He's one of those guys, and that's why he was basically one of the top linebackers last year in college football.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the mock draft, as we were supposed to be doing. So, and folks, if you're watching on Twitter and you want to be involved, be sure to jump onto YouTube, add your comments in. We would love to hear your feedback in terms of what you think the pick should be based on where we're positioned, etc. We are going to be looking into trades as well, so we are going to slow this down so we can see how the first 4 picks happen.
And I have just so you know, I have my infamous draft board prepped and ready here.
Oh, you do? Oh, perfect.
It's here, ready.
Right. Okay, so do we want to calibrate the positional value?
Leave it as like default. Keep it as a default, so we're not messing.
Well, I'll make the randomness a bit more.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. A bit more random. All right, here we have it. So, entering the final mock draft for the Worlds team.
Yeah, let me take a look now because I need this up as well because I need to be seeing the board. There we go. I can see it now.
You all good?
Yeah, I just have to switch from full screen to back to my draft board.
Gotcha. Right. Okay, let's begin. So, let's see what happens first. Mendoza goes first. Avril Reese, knew that was kind of expected.
I love Reese. I do.
Okay, so far right now, top 3 picks, Jeremiah Love does go to the Cardinals.
That's good though. We want we want offensive players to bring defensive players down.
Yep, absolutely. So in terms of the Titans, they go Sonny Styles.
Oh, okay. That's okay. There's still one more guy I will take.
Okay, so the thing is, David Bailey has not been picked.
Ruben Bain.
And Ruben Bain. But with the whole thing with Ruben Bain, do you think it might be worthwhile moving up to 9 instead, rather than swapping picks with...
Hold on, I'm just going to my draft board a moment. Yeah.
That's a face of pure focus there, folks. Just so everyone's clear, Mike has a whole database of his draft board, like from starting from early as back as mid-season last year. He's got everything when it comes to all these players going into this year's draft. It's like a absolute encyclopedia he's got there.
There, just so people can see what it's like. Yeah, so and I've got all my stats and everything. But there we go. I will remove that a moment. You can put yours back up now, Paul.
There we go. Sorted.
Yeah. Just to give people context of what my board looks like.
Yeah. Like I said, old school Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, I because I started doing this when I was like back in 2014. You know, like you get used to just one way of doing it, and that's how it stays. But anyway, we've gone off track. Yeah, we've gone off track.
Right. So, do we want to roll the dice and just wait till we get to pick number 9?
Go with this pick now.
Okay. So, do you want to trade for this pick?
No, go for this pick a minute because there's still 2 players available.
Okay. So Caleb Downs is gone.
Go again.
So, okay. I think Washington will probably go offense on this one.
Yeah. Offensive tackle or wide receiver.
David Bailey's gone.
Okay.
So that leaves Ruben Bain and Monsieur Delane.
Yeah, that's the 2 I'm thinking at the moment. Go again.
Okay, so I definitely think 9 would be the trade if that's the case.
Go again.
Monroe Freeland went. So I'm happy to do a trade with Kansas in this one.
Right, here's the question. Who are the 2 players you're after? I think we're after the same 2, aren't we?
Well, I'll be happy either or Bain or Delane. As long as we address linebacker later.
Because here's what I'm thinking. one of those two are going to go on this pick now, right? Giants, they're not going to go defense. They really do not need defense. Their offense needs sorting out, unless they do decide to look for some way of replacing Demarcus,
But
Dexter Lawrence.
yeah, but think of it this way: with pick 9, we can swap first rounders. We would get 9 and 29, and we could pick up an additional third.
It's tempting.
And
I feel one of the two players that we're after are going to go on this pick, but I just
pick 11 is definitely going to be Monsieur Delane. Pick 11.
I think so, yeah.
And the Chiefs, look where they are. They, according to this, it needs an edge rusher. So, but I would rather move up.
They could go. They could go wide receiver. Is what I'm thinking. See,
but this is PFF though. This is their machine. It wouldn't know that.
It's the gamble. Right. Okay.
Right. Do you want me to suggest the trade?
Go on then.
Right. Okay. So we're going to do 9, 29. So we're going to swap first rounders. And let's do pick 74, which gives us a 79 chance of making the trade. Dan for Riaz is like, what's up, guys? Watching from Glasgow. Let's go. Come on. Yes. No Cowboys, no party, mate. Oh, Dan, if you're watching if you're part of the UK Cowboys fans Facebook group, you need to join in because we are going to be doing our next annual trip, not this season but the following season. We're doing it every 2 seasons. So if you want to come along for the next group trip, be sure to get in touch. Okay, so back to this. So 9, 29, and 74. There's a 79% chance. So I'm going to offer the trade and see if we can get that.
Just cleaning up my board a minute.
Right, so they didn't like that. I'm going to try it one more time. And it went through.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we've got Ruben Bain there. Monsieur Delane.
That's who it would be. I'm thinking you've got to get your front sorted before you work on the back end, and we can always get linebacker in with on the next pick.
Well, here's my idea with that additional third rounder. We could use both third rounders to move up to get the likes of Chris Johnson, like the cornerback from Arizona.
You could do that later on, yeah. I mean, like you know, there's options available here.
Dan is saying I've got the Pickens rumors worrying me. Yeah, I mean, well, okay, well, before we talk about George Pickens, do you want to solidify the pick first? I mean, yeah. I'm happy to go with Bain.
Yes, Ruben Bain all the way. I'm sorry, Ruben Bain all the way. On my board, he's a top 5 pick.
Yeah, okay. Ruben Bain it is. And Francis, but yeah, so they went to offensive tackle. Tinneman goes ahead. Yeah. Wow. Monsieur Delane goes to the Chiefs. All right. Okay.
Oh, what have I done?
And obviously, we don't have pick 20 anymore. We're now pick 29.
Sorry, I'm just fixing my board. I deleted half my board by accident. That would be good this time. This time just before the draft. Yeah. Great.
Jamron McCoy goes to the Steelers. Messidor goes to the Chargers. C.G. Allen. Oh, wow, what a surprise. A Georgia Bulldog goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I know based on PFF, they have C.G. Allen, Ryan Tired, and Rodriguez, but now, there's a predicament. Jordan Tyson is a name that's been sparked out quite a lot.
It is.
Oh, we're actually getting comments from X right now.
Oh yeah, it's kind of working now.
Oh, fantastic. That's good to know. All right,
Yeah.
sweet, Dan. And the Lunatic says, Draft Day, Cowboys Nation, let's go. Yes. Right, okay, so kind of going back to what Dan was saying about George Pickens, right? So we're seeing, obviously, he's not going to be getting an extension. He's going to be playing on the tag. Like,
Yeah.
we kind of knew that was going to happen. But we're now in the driving seat with us. Like, if Pickens was to sit out and not play, it's just going to damage him even further. No other team's really going to take even more interest, and he's not going to get the money that he wants. Really. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think with Pickens, it might be a bit foregone. I just don't see him wanting to play on the tag. I've got to be honest with you.
But the thing is, though, like, and Stephen who was it? It was someone on ESPN. I can't remember if it was Stephen A or Dan Orlovsky that mentioned it. But next year, Lamb is expected to be paid $47 million next year.
Mm-hmm.
Against so that's having that, and along with likes of Josh Pickens, that's like you're talking about $80 million a year just for two players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone kind of talked about the whole defensive tackle situation with the contracts because we've resolved that by trading away Osa Odigizua, but yeah, and I totally agree with the Lunatic here. His agent does not like his clients playing in the tag. I agree, but it is Dave Mulgeta. He is completely hell-bent on not wanting to deal with the Cowboys in general. This is the same agent that worked with Micah Parsons. So there's a little bit of history there, folks. But back to what we've got here on the mock draft, Mike. So Jordan Tyson's there. Like, depending on what we do with George Pickens, say in this scenario we haven't like Pickens, we're sticking to our guns, we're sticking with it. I think the opportunity for Pickens, we should have stopped at 14 and maybe offered it to the Ravens because they were heavy speculating on their official website that they were interested in George Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we're actually been seeing that being kind of floated about on NFL Network, ESPN, CBS Sports, etc. We've seen that it is confirmed that the Ravens are minorly interested in George Pickens. At this stage, obviously, I think that opportunity is now missed out. I think we still should actually address our linebacker situation at this point. I know there's other players that are ranked higher, etc. Like, you've got Zion Young, but obviously we've just got Ruben Bain there. I don't think we've got cornerback D'Angelo Pons there. There's Chris Johnson there from San Diego State. Like, I would love that, but I find at this stage, like, I would love to go for my guy. But would you be interested even trading back again, or do you think that's a realistic opportunity now that we're at 29?
No, I'm happy to stay where we are, and I've got to be honest with you. I've been saying this all off season. I'm a massive fan of D'Angelo Pons. Really, really love what he brings. I know he's short and it's an outlier which scares people, but go watch the combine and tell me that scared you, because it really shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of Pons, but I like the idea of Rodriguez here. And I think linebackers are, if we're trying to work from the front to the back, we've sorted out Bain. So now we do the linebacker position.
Not just that, Brian Schottenheimer did say, like, they did not address linebacker during free agency. They have brought in guys at corner to fill in the gaps, etc. But is Chris Johnson cornerback available here? The reason we're still in the first round, we're at pick 29 at the Lunatic because we haven't got a second rounder. We could use 74 and 92 to move up, maybe back to the end of the second round to get one of these cornerbacks, but it's never guaranteed. But
I'm here. I'm focused on linebacker.
Also, Malachi Lawrence is better liked by Dallas. I mean, Malachi Lawrence is a guy we've heard quite a lot about. I would be happy with Malachi Lawrence, I'll be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking about it and I was like, no, yeah. I do like Lawrence. I do.
But
He's an interesting player.
But in terms of this mock draft, we've already got Ruben Bain. So we've got him. You've got your blue chip player. It's now kind of like what Mike's saying there. I think we need to start moving from the front, work our way to the back, and the next position, and it's probably the most needed to address is linebacker, because we missed out on Kobe Dean. We missed out on other linebackers out there on free agency and trades, etc. So
hit Rodriguez. Let's go for it.
Yeah,
I'm all over it.
Yep. Is Colton Hood available then? I believe he is. Hood is there. Jordan Tyson, Kaden McDonald, Peter Woods, Christian Miller, Lee Hunter, Zion Young. That's another name I would not be surprised if we don't go edge and with the 12th pick. Zion Young might be another name to watch out for.
I like Brandon Cece as well.
I do like Brandon Cece too. Yeah.
I'd done a draft scouting report on him. Really enjoyed watching his tape.
Yeah. Everyone's making a really good point. Like, I mean, Hood is more highly regarded, I guess, from an overall perspective in terms of your draft board. He is highly rated. But I think you can still get a good plug-in player if we could probably package up
with the next pick.
Yeah, package up our third rounders and move up to get that corner.
Do you know what though? I don't want to package up. I'm gonna be a bit.
You're going to have to.
Nah, I want both picks on day 2. I want to have 2 picks on day 2. I don't want to package up and only have the one. I want to be 2 picks on day 2. I know the third rounders. Get both of them. Get whoever your best cornerback is, and then shelter yourself at the wide receiver position.
Daniel's asking, are you going to be live for the draft? We are going to be live, but it's not going to be on the World's team. It is going to be on the UK Cowboys fans live stream, so you can join me and Mike and Jamie and various guests coming from. They're going to be jumping in and out. Like, we're going to be having some people from DallasCowboys.com making an appearance, whether it's tonight, tomorrow, or Saturday. We've left the forum out for them. We are going to be covering all 3 days live. So, but it'll be on the UK Cowboys fans. Yeah. We spent way too much time in this one, but
Rodriguez, just go for it because that's what we want. That's what we want.
Yeah. Okay, so, and you're saying we're not going to trade up, so
I really don't want to. I want both. I want to get with these 2 picks. My thought now is we're doing well in filling positions of need. We're doing it fantastically. If we package up, we're going to be chasing on day 3. What we could do here, get your best cornerback, and there's some names here that are going to pop up that you will see, and it will work lovely. There's one name in particular. And then I want to get my wide receiver.
All right, okay, so let's have a look at cornerbacks.
Yeah, watch now. Chandler Rivers. I was not expecting him to be there. That has kind of changed my opinion. But one guy who I am in particular interested in, maybe a bit early and we'd be reaching you, would be Charles Demings from SFA.
Yeah, I think you can get him at 112.
You might be able to roll around on that one.
Yeah.
But the name at the very top, the Duke cornerback, Chandler Rivers, interests me straight away. As soon as I seen that, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, tell me more about him, Mike.
Okay, let me get my my notes up. So, like, I really, he's a very, very interesting cornerback. And I think a lot of people, I think some people are kind of like almost sleeping on him a bit. Like I find it crazy to see him here now. But if we take a look, if I just get my notes up on it because I can never remember all names. But what is
Yeah,
interesting,
I'll bring up his profile on here as well.
yeah, last season, 59 tackles, 2 interceptions, 8 tackles for a loss, and a forced fumble. On top of that, he also has 4 tackles for a loss. The thing that I like about him is really the agility, change of direction is good. The acceleration is interesting as well. The burst, the acceleration, I love a lot. But everything else, when it comes to coverage, it's not like he's particularly bad at everything, but he doesn't excel in everything. He's just like, if he was to say like average to above average, that's what he does. The ball production and the disruption, it's absolutely real with him. He's a turnover finisher as well, which is important. Pick sixes on his resume, I believe.
He's got 2 last year, 3 in 2024, and 1 in 2023.
Yeah, the one that was in particular, I'm trying to remember, was 2024. I believe it was against the Seminoles, and it was a 40-yard pick six. Watch the play; it's amazing. In coverage, tackle for a loss production, we talk about very much a physical play style that you've got with him. He's nickel friendly as well, which is important because Christian Parker's talked about versatility with his defensive backs.
Well, there you go. I'm just looking right here. So he's had snaps at defensive line, playing on the slot, playing corner, playing in the box, and playing in deep coverage.
Yeah.
So there's the versatility right there.
Yeah, if you go watch the Senior Bowl with him, you will see him chopping and changing in different positions. Really, he's trying to show off the flair that he has for versatility. In terms of his profile, this is the bit that scares people, which is why they make him. He's kind of like overlooked. His height and arm length as well. Wingspan is particularly small. That scares a lot of people because obviously it shrinks the margin of error that you can have. And he's more of a he's a disruptor more than anything. So like although the interceptions are good, they're not constant. That's the trouble.
Yeah. But would you say that would be the pick for pick 74?
I would go with Chandler Rivers because that's going to fill a void straight away.
All right.
For me, the Senior Bowl and his 2024 season was really good. All America as well in 2024.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chandler Rivers, welcome to the Dallas Cowboys.
And then this next one, I would look to try and cover yourself with somebody like Bryce Lance at wide receiver.
Okay, so Malachi Fields is there.
No.
Sterling, Thompson, Daniels, Reggie, but they're you've got Elliot McAllister, Jacoby Lane, Cyrus Allen.
I like Jacoby Lane, but it's way too early.
Yeah.
People really, really like Malachi Fields, and I get it. I understand. The trouble is the combine concerned me. That you've got a guy who plays a particular style on the field, but it didn't pan out in the combine. The combine kind of exposed a bit with him.
Yeah. Can I interest you? The lunatic just kind of took the words out of my mouth. Is running back on the offensive line. More particularly offensive line, because the way I'm thinking, right, we've restructured Terrence Steele for this year. He's definitely going to play this year, but it opens up less of a hit in the cap for next year. So you've got more wiggle room to actually cut him. You could get in a backup replacement for this year, kind of learn the ways, get under the system, and that could be your potential starter for next year. There is that possibility. Whereas running back, same idea. We don't know what we've got with Jaden Blue.
Jaden Blue, I think he's done. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I'll definitely filter offensive line, well, particularly offensive tackle.
Go on.
And running back.
So, offensive tackle, are you thinking more of a right tackle then, or you're not really concerned about that?
Ideally, right tackle, more natural. But at the same time, if he has that flexibility about him, I would say that'd be good because we still don't know what we've got with Tyler Guyton. We still don't.
It's a question mark, yeah.
Absolutely, yep.
And I think as well, when you look at last season, the offensive line, the injuries, and when the injuries started to stack up and we were going deep into trying to find guys to fill the void, it became a struggle. So, me personally, I think offensive tackle is more important to cover than running back. Running back, sure, we've got some bodies in there. I'm all up for grabbing a running back. I think not here though. I think offensive tackle.
Jamie's came in here. Trade 92 and some for Brooks from Miami.
Yeah.
Because so far who we've picked? So we've picked Ruben Bain, Jacob Rodriguez, Chandler Rivers. So what we've done, Jamie, just as I know you've just joined the stream, we've traded with the Kansas City Chiefs. We've swapped first rounders and gained a third, which was the 74th pick overall. And that's what we've done so far. So Ruben Bain, Jacob Rodriguez, Chandler Rivers. We've covered the basis of the defense, front, middle, and back. And if I go back to the draft picks or who plays available, I mean, Marquil Bell,
I like Michael Bell.
Primarily, obviously, he's a left tackle.
That's why I was asking you the question.
I wasn't too sure, but there is one guy, and again, it's Duke, and that's Brian Parker. I mean, he has had some experience playing left tackle. But he has played the majority of his career at right, and he had his best year. But let's see what the trade is. The more likely trade for Brooks was 2 for Miami, Fetty and Brooks, but front office said yesterday they want more darts. Let's see, 20 for Miami's 30. Just think Rodriguez, Overshown, and Brooks. Damn, that would be sweet. Do you know what? I'm gonna entice the idea. Hold on a minute. So, where is Miami on this? So hold on, full draft.
Couple of.
No, the 2 picks behind us.
As I say, a couple up or whatever you want to say, back, down.
But realistically, moving up 2 places, we're not gonna get him. It's not gonna happen.
No.
It's wishful thinking, but we would probably have to compensate us moving back 2 places and probably give Miami more picks to acquire Brooks, essentially. But yeah, let me see. But yeah, I don't think that would work. Going back to this, so offensive line and what was the other running back? So
okay, holding off on running back.
Yeah, there is one particular. There's two running backs I would be quite interested in.
I know the ones. Yeah,
Jamari Taylor and Creighton Allen.
Yeah,
that's the 2 I'd be quite interested in. But that kind of conflicts what we want to do with pick 112 potentially, because we might want to go with that cornerback. In fact, let me just check if he's still there. Yeah, he's still there. Pick 1, ranked 139th. All right. Okay. So
I'm just having a think.
Guys in the chat, let us know what you think. Do you think it should be running back, offensive tackle, or any other position? Let us know in the comments.
I'm more interested in offensive tackle here than anything. Running back, I get the idea, but at this stage, I'm quite happy to wait on running back into day 3. You're going to get more value.
Yeah, there is another offensive lineman I think we can probably get maybe in the 6th round, and that's Emil Wagner from Notre Dame. That's another guy. That's
I
another
don't mind.
guy.
I don't mind Wagner. He's an interesting player. He's got some good movement skills.
And not just that, Notre Dame are notorious for producing really good, fine offensive line.
There's
It's
your
true.
Zach Martin bias coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. Wasn't Quentin Nelson from Notre Dame as well?
Don't think so now.
Okay, I'm positive he is. Hold on, I need to double fact check that. Quentin Nelson. Quentin Nelson was. Yep, he was Notre Dame.
Oh, okay.
All pro. Pro bowler.
So what if we just take the best offensive tackle this here? So that is Mark Bell. He is good quality tackle. I know he's a lefty, but here's my thinking.
You think it's swapping Guyton back to right?
You can put Guyton on the right. We've seen it happen before and it worked out. Remember the Cowboys drafted Tyrone Smith, put him on the right, didn't quite work out, put him on the left. What happened to Tyrone Smith? Become an all-pro offensive tackle.
Jamie made a really good point. Would you consider tight end?
I was thinking that was one thing I was thinking of.
There is a few tight ends I wouldn't mind. I mean, and I think you can probably get them possibly undrafted or even in the 7th round, like Oscar
And that's
Delp.
what I was also thinking. I was thinking 7th round.
Like Oscar Delp from Georgia would be a great shout. Good pass blocking tight end. Really good
Yeah.
pass blocking. So, like, that's what I would kind of look into. That would definitely help with the protection in that way as well. He's not the best in catching ability, but if you want that pure passing catching ability type of, it's Michael Trigg from Baylor. I freaking love Michael Trigg. Like when you actually he plays literally like in a way like kind of. I'm not comparing him to Kyle Pitts, but he plays like him. He does make like the one-handed grabs, etc. He's really exciting to watch. But the flip side of Michael Trigg, not so good at pass blocking. Not at all.
Not there at all.
Complete opposite. So
let's go Marco Bell, yeah. Cover the offensive line. Will work. Wide receiver and running back on day 3.
Okay. So Michael Bell.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So going to pick 112. And there he is, Michael Trigg, right there. And you were there's Bud Clark. Oh.
Now I'm all over that right here.
Yeah.
I'm all over that right here.
Yeah. That's probably the easiest pick the whole night.
Yeah. We don't even need to discuss much more.
Yeah, Bud Clark, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I know we could have went double with corner there, but no.
Sometimes these things happen.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
there is a guy right there that covers your running back position. I love Nick Singleton.
I prefer Creighton Allen. I much prefer Allen.
Yeah, have a look. Is he there? He probably is.
Allen will be a wee bit further down, mind you. Or is he?
Or is he? He's gone.
Oh. No, he might be gone, actually. What? Hold on. Running back.
Yeah, he's gone.
What? Wait, who picked him? What the hell? Full draft. Right, hold on. I need to scroll down. He went to Washington 5 picks before us. Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Okay.
What do you want in your running back? When you think of an RB2, what are you thinking? Because I'm thinking I want a guy who's not bad at pass protection. They've got to come in and spell and be able to pass protect. Because if that's the case, that's the Aggies running back out of question straight away. I
want basically run it in your face type of running back. That's the type of one I would look for. I know you've got that in some way with Javante Williams at the moment. I don't want the elusive style. I want that smash mouth football. I want our offense to be an absolute juggernaut and absolutely just wear defenses down, and having type of players that are willing to put their shoulders in and actually knock them down. That's the type of thing I'm looking for.
So not so much like a home run hitter then. More
No,
somebody.
no.
Okay.
No, like
Let me have a look at the
we
running
don't
backs again then.
we don't need a home run hitter. Like we don't need that.
I was just
like-
thinking Nick Singleton would fill the home run hitter type that they were trying to get out of Jaden Blue. I think Jaden
Oh
Blue
no! There's Jamari Taylor.
is and that's why I was asking. Jamari Taylor is going to be a guy that you can go for here.
But why is he ranked so low? We could probably get him with the next pick.
It's possible. Jamari Taylor.
I mean,
Let me-
what else do we? I'm gonna close it up and see what else we do have. In fact, would it maybe a good time to actually talk about tight end? Actually,
Not bad way to go.
because you've got a Bork. Oh, I don't even know how you would pronounce his name. I do apologize. You've got Joe Royer and Eli Raridan from Notre Dame, Cincinnati, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
There.
I tell you what the issue is with Jamari Taylor. Coming from an FCS background, and he's an older prospect. They're my two red flags straight away.
But you're not expecting him to be in every single game. Like, he's not going to be in every single snap. He's there going to be as a number 2. And I think that whole yeah, I get it. Like, with the age thing can be a bit of a factor. It can be a factor, but I would say it's more of a factor if the guy is projected to be a first rounder. But seeing when the more older you get and you're taking like a 5th round pick on the guy, I don't think it's much of a concern, because you're like, the reality is these guys are like, and it's not any disrespect to people that do get drafted like in the later rounds. It's like the expectation, unless you completely blow the team's socks off and and realize, oh my god, we've actually got an absolute baller here.
I mean, I'm saying that because you've got North Carolina Central. I'm talking about Jamari Taylor. Over 200 rush attempts. Then at Virginia last year, over 200 rush attempts. I mean, the yardage is there, you know. I mean, 1,100 yards 2024, nearly 1,100 yards in 2025. Combined over the 2 years, 29 touchdowns.
Caleb Elamzour's there.
And I do love. He's a guy I always mark consistently. I reckon you can get him when you wheel back around, though.
I don't think we can, but I think one thing we can.
We've been here before. We've been here before.
I know, but it's the Harold Perkins conversation. I think Harold Perkins will be a later pick for the Dallas Cowboys. I am willing to put money on it.
The thing with Perkins is just the drop off in 2025. You just disappear.
It doesn't matter. We're thinking how Jerry and that thinks about him in that way as well.
Okay.
He has been a visit for the Cowboys. The Cowboys backroom staff seem to really love this guy.
Can you give me the wide receiver list, please? I want to cover my wide receivers.
Okay, wide receivers. So you've got Caleb Douglas, Josh Cameron from Baylor's there.
Evan Coleman's an interesting one too. Speedster on the outside.
Jeff Caldwell's there. But he's like 181. You could probably get him with the next pick also.
And I like Eric Rivers as well from Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Had a good season last year. Kind of a wee bit of a slight dip this year.
Yeah. Georgia Tech did in general, mind.
Yeah.
Do you want to cover tight end? Oh, what about defensive line, defensive tackle?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Oh,
away.
Yeah, do it.
But again, realistically, he should not be ranked 199th. He should be ranked higher.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Saint Durant. Yeah.
Do it. I'm happy. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Definitely offense now, I reckon.
You're thinking running back, wide receiver.
Right. Okay, running back. Right, there's Jamari Taylor. You got Desmond Reed there. Yeah, I would go with me personally, I would go with Taylor if I
Yeah.
were to go with running back.
Right here, I would. Right here, I would.
Wide receiver, there's Jeff Caldwell there.
Nah, I'll go Taylor and wheel around on wide receiver.
Okay. So go with Taylor.
Mm-hmm. And then a couple picks in. And oh, there you go. Your guy is there. And then what you want to be looking at is with the last one is
Perkins.
Yeah.
In fact, let me just check if he's still there.
I'd be surprised.
Red Murdoch's a shout. There's there's Perkins right there.
There you go.
Okay, if that works, then okay, Jeff Caldwell.
We've landed the draft.
Jeff Caldwell, then please no linebacker. Please.
It's BJ Payne as well.
There he is. Perfect. Yeah. We've nailed it. We've nailed it.
Finish it off, baby. Although I like Eric Gentry as well.
Gentry's a shout. Absolute shout. See if this was to plan out the way it did, right? I'd be very happy with this draft. I really would. It suggests we should draft. I know we're given an F grade for Saint Durant, but in realistic terms, Saint Durant is ranked absolutely higher than compared to what's with a.
rankings.
Got the Irish Cowboys coming on. What's happening? What's happening? How we doing, man? How we doing? Hope you're ready for tonight, my man. Hope you're ready. Because so what we've done, so we've got Ruben Bain, we've got Jacob Rodriguez, we've covered corner, we've covered safety, we've got another defensive tackle, and we've doubled up at linebacker, which has been, I would say, is the one we had the most lack of depth. And we've also brought in a running back, potentially to compete, and another wide receiver to compete also, just to see what other options we've got.
And it's your safety blanket if the whole...
Well, it's a bit of a stretch, but me personally, I think in terms of safety blanket, and I know a lot of people might disagree with what I'm about to say, I am very, very up highly on Ryan Flournoy. I know some people are like, we haven't seen enough of him. Well, obviously because we've got CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, but like we've mentioned numerous times, Mike, we're still shocked last year that the fact that Jalen Tolbert got the nod.
That winds me up.
You know what grinds Mike's gears? Jalen Tolbert.
Jalen bloody Tolbert.
So David is saying, was a great draft. You trade with Kansas City. Yes, we did. So what we did was we swapped our first rounders. So we acquired the 9th and the 29th for our 2 first rounders. And plus we got an additional 3rd rounder, which was pick number 74. And that worked out like a pretty much a really good swap, I think, I'm being honest. Because in terms of how the valuation of how draft picks, and I can't remember what the equation is, but basically we would be it'd be, if we were just to swap draft picks, it'd be more in favor of Kansas because of the value. Even though we're trading up, but we're taking a more steeper trade back in that way. I still think the trade has to be with Miami. First pick, 21, second pick. Let's see. So interesting. I still think the trade has to be with Miami 12. First pick 2027 and second 27 for 11.43 and 75.
Yeesh. It's selling a lot to next year, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wanna nail this one. I'm being selfish.
Yeah. Love the J.K. Rodriguez pick. I wouldn't mind taking him out at 20 since we have no second round. Yeah, I mean that's exactly why we kind of take the trade back, because obviously the more further down in the draft, the less of a cap hit you're going to have. Obviously, we've taken a more cap hit with Ruben Bain, obviously, by moving up 3 spots. But even still, me personally, arguably, we'd want the best linebacker outside of Sonny Styles, Arvo Reese, who's like wherever you want to utilize him, if it's an edge rusher or a linebacker. But either way, he's outside of the 2 Ohio State guys. I've got Rodriguez as the third best linebacker in this draft. Then I've got Anthony Hill. Then C.J. Allen. I'm completely out on C.J. Allen. I don't know what everyone else's opinions are on C.J. Allen.
His pro day was bad.
It was not good. It was not good. It really put me off on him. It really did. But but the Bud Clark one, I was really happy there. Round 4.
Yeah. That's a solid pick. And then that's essentially that's going to be your retooling the safety position over the next 2 years.
Apologies if already chatted about, but rumor mill Pickens being tagged and traded tonight. Yeah, we're seeing that quite a lot. And the front runners is Baltimore from what we're hearing. Obviously, it's no secret because Baltimore have been spilling the beans on it on their official website last week, talking about doing this. So, and be sure to go to the Ravens website; you can find it. Blaze makes a really good comment. Yeah, I actually agree with that. Goldie and Trotter are better than Allen. I completely agree with that. That's a really good, fair assessment, dude. Really, yeah, absolutely.
I'm a fan of Trotter. I do like Trotter. He's not without his limitations.
Oh yeah,
let's start there.
But he knows how to hit. He knows how to hit. David just mentioned with that, I got Monster Delaying cornerback, Keldrick Fault edge, Anthony Hill Jr. linebacker, and Jalen Kildor safety. Fault, I would understand why people would make the pick, but he's more of a run stopping defensive end rather than a pass rusher.
I mean, the Cowboys were 10th worst in run defense last year.
It's still be improvement.
Don't have a DeMarcus Lawrence anymore.
It'd still be improvement. Even though it's not our first, I wouldn't say it's our first choice, but I believe who was it? It was on DLLS with Jeff Kavanaugh and Clarence Hill. It was he's on Good Morning Football. What's his name again? Oh, trying to remember his name, but basically he's spilled the beans, kind of saying there's been a lot of discussions about Kedrick Falk. Now, whether that's the pick, I'll be quite disappointed in that regard if it was him, because I think it just depends what we do with pick 12.
Yeah. And like Anthony Hill Jr. did a deep dive scouting report on him, and I'm on the fence with him. If the Cowboys picked him, I wouldn't be disappointed, but I'm very because he's very niche in what he does in his particular skills.
Yeah, absolutely. But just for everyone in the audience right now, as I kind of mentioned at the start, so this was just our final mock draft. We are going to be going live with the UK Cowboys fans 15 minutes before the draft starts. So not on this channel, but on the UK Cowboys fans on X and on YouTube. So we're going to be reacting to the whole night. We're going to be filled up with caffeine, you name it. So be sure to join us there. But in terms of the Worlds team, me and Mike will be doing our pre-recorded episodes, doing our recaps of day 1, day 2, and day 3 right after, not right after the draft, but they will be released after each day, essentially. So we'll be doing that just to let everyone know. Pickens just Pickens has just signed his franchise tag as per Ian Rappaport. Okay, let me just confirm that. Breaking news. Hold on a minute here.
That's more of a sign he's going than he's staying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me just see Ian Rappaport. Rap sheet.
Yeah, it is. It's confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed. George Pickens is now under contract for 1 year for $27.3, fully guaranteed. He will play out with the chance to cash in during the 2027 season. But that's not guaranteed. That means the trade is on. If we were to do that, Wow. Okay. But at least for now, Pickens is going to be a Cowboy. Whoever he decides to play under the franchise tag, now that's a different story. But
I would say he's already he's in the loop here of what the Cowboys' plans are on coming up.
well, let me see. So Cowboys trading Pickens and taking Tyson or Lemon is an absolute shambles. See, yeah,
You can take it either way.
in my personal way, I rather prefer to keep Pickens personally.
The issue you've got is the wide receiver position as it's going now. The cost of wide receivers is going up exponentially. Every year they're getting more and more and more expensive. The price on them are just going through the roof. If you're not planning on keeping Pickens long term, which I think they would struggle to do, the best option is to trade him. And then you get, I know what they're saying in terms of talent and what you're getting in the draft is questionable. It is a massive question mark on whoever you get. And there's a drop off from whatever you get with Pickens, but it's the long-term plan and pricing. You get a cheaper option.
I will give you one more name to add to that list. And he has been a Dallas 30-day visit as Omar Cooper Jr. from Indiana.
Okay. So, yes, that's a name. The only issue I have with Omar Cooper is if you draft him, what's your plan with CeeDee Lamb? Because they both play the big slot position. Omar Cooper is not an outside corner. Would you say Lamb is an outside
corner?
Outside receiver, sorry. I've got corner on the brain. But Lamb can play on the outside, no doubt. That he's a guy who plays both, but he's much better in the slot. Omar Cooper is somebody only keeping the slot.
Yeah, just Daniel, we have just seen the news. We just got notified that we just literally just saw that Ian Rappaport's confirmed tweet about it. Like Pickens has signed the franchise tag. We're fully aware, my friend. I just see David's asked us a different question. He said, by the way, where are you from? So me and Mike, we're both currently from the UK. I'm representing Scotland, and Mike over here represents Wales, part of the UK. Our main message is just to bring Cowboys Nation internationally. That's what we like to do, like from all walks of life. Last week, 10 days ago, we had an international podcast on the Wolves team doing an international mock draft. Have representatives from Germany, Mexico, the US, Canada, Italy, and we had an absolute blast. Be sure to go and check it out. Let me see. My fault. Thought it was breaking news. I would just hold off on being happy because we just don't know if that's the plan. Even though Pickens has just signed the tag, there is still that question mark. He still could be traded. There is that. But we don't know. We just have to wait and see. Interesting. Ricky Strip saying Pickens to the Chiefs, move up 3 spots and a third. Oh.
Yeah. So, ironically, the chat that I'm getting now, from the Chiefs is coming up a lot here. I'll tell you off air. I can't say on here for obvious reasons. You know what it's like, mate.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, what we're going to do, folks, we're going to end this stream momentarily. We will be on the UK Cowboys fans at 1:45 here in the UK, which is what? Oh God, I'm trying to think of time zones here. So,
6 back. You're 6 hours back. Come on,
I'm 6.
Go on.
So it'd be 6:45.
There you go.
6:45 p.m. Central Time. Oh my God, try to deal with timelines, but let me see. Absolutely, David. Be sure to get in contact with us, man. Like we're all like I said with Mike. and quite a few others on the chat, me and Mike, and along with the UK Cowboys fans, we travel every 2 years now as part of our big fan group to travel over for the games, primarily over Thanksgiving, because at least you know that game's always guaranteed at home at that point of year. So, but yeah, it's definitely 6 hours. But
Yeah.
But let me see what else has been saying in the comments. Omar Tripper Jr. CD Lamb's Dopo Diner. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's the trouble with Cooper. That's the only thing. I done a deep dive on him as well, and you watch it and you're just like, man,
Yeah.
if the Cowboys draft him, what is your plan for CD Lamb?
Yeah. But yeah, before we do go off, I'm just going to reiterate what we did in our final mock draft for tonight before the real draft happens. So ironically, we traded with the Chiefs, but we swapped both first rounders and gained a third without having to do anything with George Pickens. Without that, and we picked up Ruben Bain, Jacob Rodriguez, Chandler Rivers, Michael Bell, Bud Clark, Zane Durant, Jamari Taylor, Jeff Caldwell, and Harold Perkins Jr. But absolutely, yeah. There's other shows I would recommend as well, David. You've got our friends from Canada, Cowboys Can Fan. You've got Blue Star Brazil. They're going to be live, obviously all through Portuguese, so live and covering the draft as well as we are here in the UK. Be sure to give them a wee follow as well. People have had their concerns about Bain, though. Like, I get the concerns, but you cannot deny his talent. You cannot. Here's
the way I always say it is that whatever the weakness is, did it stop them in college? And Bain, they talk about the short arms. The dude has pass breakups. You know, he's battering the ball down. Sorry, he's batting the ball down at the line. That's not a guy with short arms who's doing that. He's doing it because he's able to read the game. And he's so explosive.
Yeah.
He's a disruptor. Sorry, it's like everything's kicking off right now on my group chat with the guys over in Frisco about what's going on with Pickens.
Oh, good, right, okay. Well, we better end that, and we can better get all the gossip anyway. So, because we don't want to ruin the night, because we want to keep our connections secure, etc. So, but anyway, like I said, guys, thanks for swinging by, joining in with us here at the Worlds Team. Remember, join us later during the draft. We're going to be live on the UK Cowboys fans channel instead here on the Worlds Team. Be sure to check out. We would love to see you guys interact with us, have a chat, let us know your thoughts about the draft picks, what happens, etc. We're really looking forward to tonight. Hopefully, we get one of these star defensive players. Hopefully, it might fall down to our lap. We don't have to trade up. That would be great. The possibility of trading back and gain some more capital means we can get more draft picks and more defensive players to help Christian Parker out. Maybe in an offensive player, offensive tackle. Who knows? But before we do go, Mike, please let everyone know where everyone can find you.
You can find me either on Blogging the Boys or on Twitter and X at Kenfig Cowboy. That's Kenfig with a K, Cowboy with a K. And you, Mr. B?
You can find me at I am PStew on X and Instagram. All right, folks. Okay, so before I go, David just asked where it'll be. I'll need to get the URL of the UK Cowboys fans channel, so I'll put that in the chat for you, my friend. Let me see. Try to do this on the fly here.
yeah.
Just the good thing. This is just a live stream and not an actual podcast we're doing tonight. So
I know we'd be getting strikes off Believe.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we've got that. I'll just paste that link in the URL into the chat. That is the stream for later tonight, folks. Live in 90 minutes, essentially. 90. Oh my God, 90 minutes to go till we go live. So and basically 100 minutes till the actual draft begins, Mike.
The countdown is on.
Yeah, but all right, folks, we will see you guys on the other side, on the other channel. Like as always, what we say on the World's Team, it's not just America's team. It is the world's team. We'll see you guys next time, and we'll see you guys on the UK Cowboys fans channel. Have a good one, folks, and enjoy draft night.
That's a wrap on the World's Team Podcast. Smash that like button and hit subscribe, Cowboys Nation. This ain't just America's team, it's your team.
Touchdown!
It's the World's Team, only on Believe, where real fans live.
How about them Cowboys?